All right. What's up, everyone? Big Dan here. And tonight we're doing something a little bit different. We're going to be streaming The Witcher 3. So, thanks everybody for joining me again. Let me know in the chat where you guys are watching from. So, I'm going to be jumping in kind of midway through a playthrough. I'm not going to start directly from the beginning on this one. I'm going to try something a little bit different in terms of streaming while also capturing some footage for a YouTube video. So, tomorrow I'll actually be loading up my first Witcher 3 video, so you should check out the channel around 8 o'clock in the morning Eastern Time. I've got a new video coming out on The Witcher 3. Let's see, so Some Stuff Sucks says, can't get into The Witcher for some reason, but I might try it again. Yeah, it's worth giving it a shot. Hey, Pamela. So, it's been about a week and a half since I played this, so I'm trying to remember where I'm jumping in at. And, basically, I think I'm in the Novigrad section of the game. I know I just finished Velen. See, Omega's in New York. Alright, so let's kind of see where I'm at. Yeah, I just started Novigrad, for those who are familiar with The Witcher.
Emperor's spies told him, Ciri had reached Novigrad. A lone attempt to find her in the North's largest city would certainly fail. But Geralt had friends he could count on. The Witcher decided to contact Triss Miracle.
Hey, Patrick. Thanks for tuning in. Alrighty, so basically I just got into Novigrad and we're linking up with Triss, and she's got some business to conduct. She's meeting up with a merchant. So yeah, let's just follow her and let's see where this goes. I'm also going to fire up my recording software and we'll see if this crashes my computer or not. That's not going to work because it looks like it takes the audio. So, never mind. Well, can't use the audio in two places. That's something to learn. Alright, so let's follow Triss.
Youth these days, their brain.
First time streaming this game, head sound, but not first time I've played it.
His arms across the river.
Hey,
Hello,
thanks,
Will.
Connor.
Managed to get those magic incense ingredients?
Pamela's got
Yes.
360
Somewhat
hours in The Witcher 3. Yeah, it's easy to sink a lot of hours in this.
I was walking along the canal with a sack full of goodies for you. Looked up and spied a trio of temple guards coming the other way.
Get to the point, Klug. No time today for one of your long stories.
Wait! A sack full of magicalities and they were coming straight towards me.
Hey, Drake.
I don't easily
Thanks for
frighten,
stopping
but
in.
I felt a cold sweat on my arse, I did. I'm afraid I had no choice. I dropped the sack in the water. I had to. When asked why, I claimed it contained a dead cat. You shan't believe this, but they believed me.
I need that package, Klug. I've got a contract.
It must be on the canal bed. Luckily, it was heavy enough to sink. I'm sure it'll turn up if you search.
You expect me to pay you, then dive for my goods into that ice-cold filth?
I can do that. Where'd you toss the package?
Near the crane. Second bridge in from
Let's
the
see.
harbor.
JTM
I
says
didn't
never played
expect
Witcher.
such devotion.
1 and
Freshen
2 are
up
not
anyway.
necessary.
Let's go.
Stop.
Each story
Hear that?
in the series is kind of self-contained. It's not like the Mass Effect trilogy where you kind of need to play the other ones.
Every man's got his sensitive spots.
You can jump right into the
Interrogated
third
a mage
game.
Once. Pain couldn't touch him. Tore off his fingernails, crushed his bollocks, nothing. Turned out, he was devilishly ticklish. I placed a beetle on his belly and set a mug atop it.
One heavy cat.
Damn near went
Triss or Yen?
We were lucky this time, but
I usually go for
best leave
Yen.
via the sewers. The trapdoor's in the floor.
Take care of yourself, Klug.
Hey, Ancient Pharaoh. Alright. Gotta go into the basement here. Loot this first. Alright. Find a secret passage. Oh, I did not see that thing. Nice.
There's a
Yeah,
draft.
the first couple
Should be
games
enough.
are definitely rough from
Wouldn't have said
gameplay
it,
standpoint.
was it? Must be a lever on this wall that'll open the secret passage.
Thank you, Triss. I think it's here. Here we go.
Free city of Novigrad. Name actually used to mean something.
The very
Hey,
reason
thanks,
so many
Marlsberg.
mages came here after the massacre at Loch Muin. Thought they'd be safe from Radovid's reapers. Instead, they jumped out of the frying
Yeah,
pan
to
with
some extent,
fire.
Triss takes
But
advantage of
Novigrad
Geralt.
stands on top of a mountain of coin, and winning a war takes three things.
Her actions are
Coin.
definitely questionable.
Judging by what Klug said, the parcel should be around here on the bottom. Unless the poor man was mistaken. He's been forgetful ever since Manga interrogated him. Seems to be suffering from a persecution complex, too.
Current must have carried the sack seaward. I'll swim towards the port. Coming with?
Maybe some other time.
Don't know what you're missing. Water's thick with pungent oils. Guessing it'll do wonders for my complexion.
Alright. She's not down. Probably one of these. Let's see. Looks like it's over here. Hey, Gregor.
Find the parcel? Or did you get wet for no reason?
Nothing like a refreshing swim in a filthy canal. Found a few fish, a rusty anchor, the carcass of a boat. Oh, and this.
Oh, my package. Hope the contents aren't soaked through. Oh, you're a doll.
Seem to be in your element.
Still remember my elements? How I use them?
Come on, 6 months isn't that long. It's not like I'm senile.
But you do have a history of amnesia.
I've recovered my memory completely.
Good. That should stop people from taking advantage of you.
Someone
Yeah, I can definitely see that with
Shawnee.
Shawnee.
I have.
She's real
For one.
sweet.
I've never even intimated.
Greetings, sorceress.
Greetings, Brandon.
I didn't expect you to bring company.
Triss, you told this man you're a sorceress?
Of course. She was looking for work. That's her chief asset.
Are you, Triss?
I know it was reckless, but competition's stiff here. No one would hire me if I claimed to be a common rat catcher.
More importantly, no one would believe such a beauty could be an exterminator of rodents. But I'd prefer you not to tarry and begin.
Triss, you and Brandon here. You've agreed a price?
We settled on a full coin purse.
Brandon & Co. is a serious outfit. We've the largest granary in all Novigrad.
Don't much like merchants who flatter with cheap praise before the job's done.
That was not cheap praise. I was merely stating a fact.
So am I.
This guy rubs me the
I
wrong
want you
way.
to pay in full in advance.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Then trap your own rats.
Well, now I know why she brought you along. Fine. A full
Yeah,
purse
Sloth Girl,
of
you should definitely play The
Novigrad
Witcher 3. It's
crowns
phenomenal.
as proof of my goodwill.
We need to place these crystals around the granary, near anything that looks rat-related.
Place the rat traps. Little classic
Where did you
fantasy... fantasy cliche. It's always like one of the first D&D quests, like kill some rats. Let's see. What Gwent deck do you use? This probably is a little bit blasphemous to Witcher fans, but I don't really play Gwent in the game. I don't play video games to play card games within the video games. That's just kind of my thing. Maybe one of these days I'll give it more of a chance, but this game is long enough on its own without diverting to the card games.
Looks like a good spot. I don't like that guy.
Brandon? I don't either. He's much too fat.
Can't help but agree. But no, notice how he didn't try to haggle?
Must really want the rats out.
Triss, he's a merchant. He makes his living by haggling.
If I worried about that sort of thing, I'd starve to death in this city.
Yeah, I finished the first like major plot arc. I've finished Velen so far and White Orchard. But Novigrad's still relatively early in the game. Alright, I think the other one's down here. Yeah, here we go. Only thing I don't like about using the Witcher sense is like how close it pulls the camera
I
in.
think I plugged every hole in there.
All right. Get ready for some magic fireworks. Once I activate the incense, we'll have a moment to talk.
Yeah, I think they're upgrading it to on the. You can get an upgrade if you own it on the PS4 or Xbox One. I think you can get an upgrade to the newer systems for free. Let's see. Will you go through Blood and Wine, and Hearts of Stone? Well, we'll see. I might.
Well, now we wait for them to scurry away.
You saved the kids of the Baron.
Interesting method.
Well, I
Never had
can't
much
remember what
luck
I
with
did in this
rats.
playthrough.
Once I hit one with a fork in complete darkness, trying to show off my Witcher's senses. Masterful throw, really. Problem was, no one else saw it. How could they in the dark?
So, what do you think? Rat catcher? It's a long way to fall from being advisor to Temeria's
Yeah,
king.
Josh, it's a long game for sure.
I'm just glad to see you safe and sound. And
Reconciled?
knew a man once who reacted to everything, especially adversity, by mocking it.
Healthy attitude. Must have lived long.
Came a day he lost both his legs in battle. He shrugged, said it was better that way. He'd never feel pain in them again.
I understand him perfectly.
I know. Thing is, he was lying to himself.
I think he just didn't have much of a choice.
You could be right, but only he knows the truth.
Let's see,
We're
Lauren,
only
did I enjoy the
ever
Witcher
ones to
show
know the
series?
truth about
I still haven't
ourselves.
watched it yet, to be
Which we
honest.
share at times with those we hold dear.
I do want to watch it before
Even
the
if it's
second
hard
season
to
comes
swallow?
out, though.
Even then.
Who knows? Maybe one day. So, tell me how Yen's doing?
How do you know I found her?
You didn't answer my question. How's Yen?
I have not played it on Death March.
Don't know yet. Asking about anything specific?
Never mind. I got my answer.
Yeah, I think you can grow out a big beard. This game did the, like, hairstyles and stuff before Red Dead Redemption 2. It doesn't have the same realism, like, it doesn't, like, grow out like it does in Red Dead, but you can go to a barber and get several different
Our
beard and
lovebirds having
hairstyles.
themselves a little chat instead of working.
The job's done. Geralt, those are...
I know who they are, Triss.
My friends begged me to notify them if I encountered a mage, sorceress, what have you.
Yeah, Henry
Didn't have the
Cavill.
heart to refuse.
Superman is in the Witcher show.
This stank from the start. If these boys are here to help us kill rats, they're late. You paid up front and got what you paid for. Not half a rodent left in the granary.
I paid in advance because I knew I'd recover my coin.
Such is life for sorceresses in Novigrad these days.
I can see that and I don't like it. So here's what I think. The hunters have come, and now they can go.
They'll do no such thing.
Yeah, kind of like
All
GTA.
right, we've talked. Do what you gotta. Just remember, I can't help but get in your way.
Heard enough from this horse, son.
As have I. Neither is to leave here alive.
I will
right.
kill you.
You're dead. You're gone.
All right.
Bastard hired me on the assumption he wouldn't have to pay me. Duped and trapped.
Violence is always the answer.
If not for you, we need to find Brandon.
All right, we'll loot these guys first. Oops.
Don't kill me. Good sir, no. They forced me. Had I not told them, they'd have set fire to my home, my warehouse. The mage hunters know no mercy. Spare me, good man. Be not like those murderers.
Shut up. I should kill you. Thing is, you'd be no good to anyone but the gulls as a corpse. So you'll live and pay us double. Now.
Fine. Your coin.
Now, get.
Thanks, Geralt.
You should try to keep better company.
He was still better than some mages. You know, I've been thinking who might
Hey,
know
Bofa
something
D.
about Ciri. And I just got an idea.
Thanks for dropping
There's
in.
an Oniromancer in town, Corrine Tilly. Very capable, supposedly.
Never trusted in Dreamer's abilities myself.
Corrine's been very effective. You should at least try.
Hey, Sarah.
She's taken a job close by. Follow the canal, away from the fish market. The house is near the first bridge. Its owner, De Jonquier, is a rich banker.
Not coming with me?
I've got some things to take care of.
Another rat-infested warehouse?
Not exactly. Nothing even remotely satisfying. Such are the times.
Thanks for everything. See you, Triss.
See you.
How do I find you if I need you?
I live in the Bits. Head up the hill past the fish market. Stop by.
Be seeing you.
Alrighty. Closing into 50k subs. Anything exciting planned for the channel? Just gonna try to expand into different games on top of Mass Effect stuff. And I'm looking into ways to maybe get to posting more than one video a day, but that's probably a couple months down the road. For now, expanding on streams and yeah, just keeping up with the Mass Effect content and trying other RPGs on the channel as well. Pamela, you asked what specs I'm using. I can show you my character build. So far, I like to use the fast attack, so I've fully upgraded muscle memory. I've got poison blades, exploding shield because I use Quen a lot. That's probably the sign I use most often. Delusion because I like passing the speech checks, and then I've got Sun and Stars. So. Yeah, Witcher 3 is pretty much solo. You occasionally switch to Ciri, who's another character. You play with her during, like, mostly flashback segments.
Just passing by, wanderer? Or do you seek something
competing
specific?
with NFL kickoff day.
Who's
Yeah.
asking?
Rudolph de Jonquier, of those
Always
de
competing with
Jonquiers,
something
yes.
for attention. So.
My ancestors laid the foundations of this city. I now own its largest bank.
Didn't need a recommendation. Name would have been enough.
Father always said, all ought to know your merits, son. Don't hide them under a bushel.
I'm looking for Corrine Tilly.
Oh, you've come to the right place, then. Corrine is inside. Been there for a few days.
I do
Bringing
like
the
the
home's
cat
history.
armor. That's probably one of my favorite looks.
Why do you need to know the house's history? You a historian? Or
Yeah,
a
Siri is incredibly
I
powerful in
bought
this game.
property a short while ago. Paid a pretty penny, I might add. Soon after, I witnessed disturbances.
See, will I ever
to
stream
fear the
Mafia?
home
Maybe.
might be
I still haven't played the
are
Mafia
the
games,
symptoms?
actually.
Oh, they vary.
So many
Giggling
games, so little
At
time.
night. And furniture moving about in the attic. And last week, well, you shan't believe it. I found human feces in the parlor.
Someone shit in your house, bro?
Not interested in what's going on inside? Seeing it for yourself?
I'm a banker. Cursed homes scare me. Do you know how a haunting can affect property value? Point of fact, Corinne requested she not be disturbed.
I'd like to go inside, look around.
I don't usually let strangers rummage around my home. Twin swords, though. You're a witcher. You may enter, call that my whim. The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks? Smart.
So, for those a little bit unfamiliar with The Witcher, Geralt has two swords, a steel sword and a silver sword. The steel sword he uses to fight against human enemies, and then a silver sword is used against monsters. And then a lot of the NPCs will kind of mock Geralt for having two swords, which is kind of funny. It's like a running joke.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Wake up, it's just a dream. Wake up.
The doll. The attic.
She's losing her shit.
All right. Time to check the attic.
Stop. Go away. Don't do that. Leave it.
Yeah, I love The Witcher
the
3.
next room's
It's also one of
blocked.
my favorites. Alright. Paper on which a crib has been hastily drawn by a child, it seems.
Strange stuff. A doll. Drawing shows it lying in a cradle. Maybe I should find one.
Just wipe everyone out in the house, go back to the noble. Alright, something cleared up for you.
Put it down, please. That's blood. Don't spill it. Please.
Yeah, I wonder what they'll do with Mass Effect 4. I wonder if it'll be like a big open worlds and stuff like that. I kind of
Another
hope they
masterpiece. An oven and
keep it a little
blackened
bit of a
grate.
tighter scope.
Oh joy. A riddle. Guess I should find an oven.
My character needs more psychotic traits.
Stop. Go away. Leave it.
Just rolled down the stairs. I usually play as the more honorable character.
Boo!
Despite what I do in a lot of my YouTube videos, I usually like to play as the good guy.
Scared you, didn't I? I can tell you was scared. Big brave man scared of wee little Sarah. Ain't that funny?
I wouldn't do that anymore if I were you, Sarah. You might scare someone so bad they'll hurt you.
Why would someone hurt me? Having a spot of fun's not allowed anymore.
What are you playing?
That lady fell asleep, and I've sent her some horrible dreams. I'll not her wake neither. I can do that, you know. Funny, isn't it?
Very funny. Thing is, I gotta talk to the dreamer, so I'd like you to let her wake up.
Little Sarah doesn't want her to wake. Little Sarah wants to play.
You're lucky. I know you're a harmless godling, but others might not know, and then...
And how'd you know I'm a godling, eh? How's that, eh? Eh?
If it looks like one and acts like one, trust me, you're a godling. You give the dreamer nightmares and won't let her wake up. Why are you tormenting her?
I'm not tormenting anyone. Scary dreams are great. What I love is when this big hen chases me. Hen's got these red...
Why do you live in a haunted house?
Tell you a secret.
Never played XCOM before.
The house ain't
I've played like
Not
XCOM
one
style
bit.
games, but I haven't
I
played
just
like the
pretend
original
it is.
ones.
Make everyone think that. It was sitting there all empty, so I moved in. Bigwig from the bank then came and bought it. I don't like bankers, especially not to live with, so I decided to give him a scare.
Gave the banker a really big scare.
She's a little bit
See,
British.
he paid a lot for this house and won't give it up easily, which is why you need to find another home.
I don't want to! I don't! I won't!
Guess I'll have to throw you out then. I'm not gonna do that.
Sarah, Novigrad's no place for a godling. But if you want to live here, that's your business. So let's make a deal.
A deal?
John's just rooting for me to slaughter
Leave the dreamer
everybody.
alone. In exchange, I'll tell the banker the house is haunted. For good, no way to lift the curse.
You tell him that? What if he doesn't believe you?
I'm a witcher. He'll believe me.
I'm a witcher.
Yes! 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 Do that, and I promise not to bother your friend. Not even a little.
Turn on
You're
Polish
awfully nice,
voiceover.
you know?
I don't hear that often. Thanks.
Now go wake that sleepyhead. I won't stop her. She'll get up.
Alrighty. Ooh, I wonder what's here. A little bit of loot. Let's see if any of that stuff's better than what I've currently got. Yep, this is a lot better. Slightly better. Cool. Witch Hunter's sword's better. Alright. Thanks, Cheese. Alright, where was that staircase at? There it is. Alright, lady. Get down to business.
Who are you?
Triss Marigold sent me to see you.
Gods. Horrible nightmares. I was supposed to dream the history of this house. Instead, I saw furniture. Hungry furniture that wished to devour me. I know it must sound foolish, but in the dream, well, it was all too real. And not at all amusing.
You're in a crazy line of work, lady.
The work of a godling. She made people believe the house was haunted. Also injected your dreams with her little jokes.
And you managed to wake me. I feel fortunate.
We witchers have our ways.
I thank you. Very much. The dreams, they were awful. Any way I can pay you back?
There is, actually. I'm looking for a young woman who was seen in Novigrad.
I can certainly try to help. But I'll need to clear my head first. After those deranged dreams, I feel it's full of cobwebs. Find me at the Golden Sturgeon. I rent a room there.
All right. See you there.
All right. Time to tell this noble his house is haunted.
The second sword. I saw Miss Corinne leave, but she refused to speak to me. Is the matter resolved? Or quite the opposite?
A bit of both. A demon had captured Corinne. I managed to free her, but the house is still haunted.
Did Corinne dream of the building's past?
Yeah. Pretty horrid, apparently, though she refused to talk about it. Nobody should inhabit the place.
So many crowns I paid! Oh, well. It shan't put me in the poorhouse. The second sword, is it in case the first one breaks? Smart.
Alrighty. Mass Effect fanbase says you're a goody two-shoe. I don't know, I did a video where I killed off every single character, every single squad mate in the Mass Effect trilogy, so I don't know if that was a good playthrough. Alrighty. Yeah, you can easily spend like 90, 100 hours on this stuff.
Racial hygiene or as their personal hygiene.
Novigrad proper. Still not safe at night.
Alright, lady.
A dream in here.
Tell me where my daughter is.
Never witnessed a seance like this before, let alone participated.
I will guide you. You must first achieve a kind of mental accord. I must ask some questions. You must answer them. It's important you're truthful. Answer from your heart.
Your gift. Tell me how it works.
It's hard to describe. To start with, I must gain an understanding of the bond between the person and the object I'm to dream about. I ask questions, try to flesh out feelings, emotions. Truth is essential in this. And though most who come to me acknowledge that, many refuse to speak openly of certain matters. Apart from which, they remain unaware of others, further obscuring things.
What do you see in your dreams?
I don't. It's my client who sees.
1900 hours.
My
Nice.
gift lies in summoning the right dreams. At times, nightmares or strong desires impose themselves on true events. It takes skill to separate seed from chaff.
Well, that's a good tip about
Let's begin.
attacking
To start with,
from the mount.
Tell me a memory you have of this woman.
What for?
Do as I ask, please. I need the strongest, most complete memory you have of...
Ciri. The woman's name is Ciri. I accepted a job once. Did it. Asked to choose my reward, I invoked the law of surprise. Never thought I'd actually meet the child promised to me at that time. Years later, I was in the Broccolon forest. Happened on a girl there. Didn't know who she was. The Dryads wanted to keep her, turn her into one of their own. But the Waters of Oblivion, they failed in her case. Ciri came out of Broccolon with me. I sent her back to her grandmother then. But already, I felt bound to her.
By destiny.
By something more.
Thank you. Would you be willing to share another memory?
You rejected Miranda in Mass Effect
No
2.
need to rush. We have time.
Ciri was orphaned during the Second War with Nilfgaard. I had no idea what to do with a young girl. So I did what I would have done with a boy and took her to Kaer Morhen. Figured some physical training, sword work, development of her stamina couldn't hurt. I remember her standing on a crumbling wall. A stone came loose, she lost her footing. Caught her at the last possible instant. Strongest memory, though, was of her coming out of her room one day, wearing a dress and claiming she was indisposed. Knew then that Ciri was maturing. It was unavoidable. I was lost in the face of that.
Oh yeah, Sarah.
I see. Do you wish to tell me anything more?
I still got to read the books. I mean, there's so, like, the Witcher series is so deep in terms of, like, the books, the games, now the Netflix show. Like, you can go real deep onto this stuff and spend, like, hundreds of hours consuming all this content.
Yes, I think so.
In that case, I'm listening.
If any of you guys played The Witcher 1? Hey, thanks, Deprived Dolphin. Always love your videos. I think I said this in an SC before, but your formula for presenting videos are superior to what other What If videos do. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
It was after her time training at Kaer Morhen. After the moment when Yennefer first called Ciri her daughter. We'd been separated. I knew she was in danger. I dreamt of her multiple times. I found her at Stygia Castle. She'd gone there to free Yen and gotten herself captured in the process. They wanted to hurt her. I remember fighting side by side with Ciri on stairs slippery from blood. It was the first time she ever deflected a crossbow bolt with her sword. Told her never to try it again.
These memories, they're intense.
Yeah, I bought the first
3
books. I'm waiting for an opportunity to read. I just gotta, like, make time to read them at this point.
I have more to say.
Then please do.
I've heard good things about all the books.
It was in Rivia. The Second War with Nilfgaard had just ended.
Hey, Lost Blade. Thanks for tuning in.
There was still tension in the air. For gods know what reason, race riots erupted in the town. I tried to do something, but couldn't stop a riled crowd. A boy with a pitchfork. He ran it right through my gut.
Nasty way to go.
Yennefer lay dying as well. Ciri had us carried onto a boat. We sailed to a place where apple trees bloom eternal. She left us there. That was the last time I saw her.
You claim the woman has abilities. Tell me about them.
She's a child of the Elder Blood.
A descendant of bloody Volker. The rebel burned at the stake. The prophecies claim the world's destroyer will be born of the firebrand's cursed blood.
Pure legend.
I'm playing this on PC.
Transforms into prophecy when it gains
Steam.
believers. I think you're right to be reticent in talking about the woman. I see. Do you wish to say more?
Yeah, there's something else.
Yeah, it's nice, you know, the nice thing about playing a game versus a book or a movie is, you know, if there's actually some agency for the player, you can kind of steer the character in a direction that you like better. So that's typically why I prefer playing video games over the reading the books and stuff, but they've all got their own strengths and weaknesses for sure.
They call Ciri the Lady of Space and Time. Once I asked Yennefer why. She travels between worlds. Turns out I don't know how to talk about it. Didn't really understand much of what Yen told me. I just know there's more to it than traveling to different places, and that Ciri carries immense power in her blood.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
Let's see, Adrian. I feel like I'm still scratching the surface on Witcher lore. I've mostly played the third game. I have played the first two games. Of the first two games, I like the first one the most, actually. Not compared to 3, but I like the first one better than the second one. And yeah, I feel like I'm still scratching the surface. I need to read the books. I need to watch the show. So I'm hoping to get an opportunity maybe around Thanksgiving to watch the show so I can catch up before they release the second season, which I think comes out in December. I think I might have... Did I tell her everything yet? I think I have one more dialogue option.
Yeah, there's something else. I remember Ciri having trouble controlling her
I usually go for Yen.
Yennefer
over
tried to
Triss.
teach her to cast simple spells, and Ciri destroyed a shed near the temple where they were. Really upset her, but it was just an old shed.
Yeah, so I have
I know
a
it
few
took
months
her a while
to watch
gain
the
control,
show.
and frankly, I doubt she controls her abilities fully to this day.
I see. Do you wish to say more?
No. Can we start?
Naturally. I knew you cared about her. But your tone, the emotions you so carefully conceal.
Let's continue, please.
Make yourself comfortable and try to relax. You must take my hand and talk of Ciri. Tell me where you think she might be. Who could be at her side?
If Ciri couldn't find me, I'm sure she would have looked for another friend.
Who do you mean?
Maybe Dandelion. They liked each other a lot.
Yeah, maybe I need to replay the second game, get into it a little bit more. I've only played The Witcher 2 once. I know there's a lot of different outcomes based on your choices. That's right, they did just release an anime. Vesemir anime. I gotta check that out as well.
Dreamt of a swallow at first.
Yeah, I like this hairstyle too. I usually go for
Sometimes
the
dreams can multiply.
long-haired look for
Show the
Geralt.
past as well as the future.
The swallow. It symbolizes Ciri. She contacted Dandelion. I didn't know he was in town.
The poet. Heard about him. Someone left him the rosemary and thyme in their will.
The Rosemary and Thyme? Where's that?
As you enter the city through the red light district, you come upon a bridge. The rosemary is just past it.
Dandelion inherited a brothel?
So I've heard.
Thanks for your help.
Good luck, Witcher. I hope you find your Ciri.
Let's see. Yeah, I've played the DLCs. To JP's point, yeah, Blood and Wine is phenomenal. I mean, it's as big as some like standalone games. I mean, you could literally spend 30, 40 hours playing Blood and Wine. It's got such a big playable area and lots of quests. Like it's just kind of I gotta say it's a little disappointing how Cyberpunk turned out based on because they've created such a masterpiece with The Witcher 3, and then Cyberpunk was good, but it definitely, even aside from the bugs, they just didn't do very much in terms of choice and consequence. I liked Cyberpunk a lot. I played a bunch of it, but it's a little disappointing.
Got a sharp pain in his spine.
Everybody knows.
Alrighty. What are these guys on about?
Help some fellas out, master. We're a bit of coin short another round.
'Cause we're comrades, see? Witcher, ain't you? We're butchers. You slaughter, we slaughter.
Dante of Rivia.
Witchers earn more. Old villagers pitch in. Lords out with their purses. Ladies do like with their legs.
Guess I've been to the wrong villages. Dealt with the wrong lords and ladies.
Come on, don't make us beg. What's a Witcher for, anyways? It's to help men in need.
You boys look tired. Probably ought to go home now.
Well...
Hey, thanks for the super chat.
Now?
2 days.
Keep
well
it up.
Said, Master.
Thank you.
Home
Much appreciated.
We will go.
Yeah, they went like overboard with the marketing for Cyberpunk. I really think that was kind of their downfall. Also, I think it was a mistake for them to like name specific release dates when they hadn't really polished the game or finished it yet. Like if they had said, we're going to release the game in fall of 2020, and then they moved it, I think people wouldn't have been as mad about the delays and stuff. Because they kind of put themselves in a situation where they couldn't delay it again. Yeah, New Vegas definitely released really buggy. But New Vegas did a lot better with like choice and consequence and giving you a lot of different options. Like when I look back on Cyberpunk's quests in terms of the story, like the story was good. Don't get me wrong. The gameplay was good. You know, when things are working, it's a fun game to play. But if you're the type of person who really, you know, if you're like into the Mass Effect games, or you're into games where you can make lots of different choices and see different outcomes play out, you really don't get that in Cyberpunk, aside from the endings pretty much. I mean, most of the quests are fairly linear. So that was kind of what was disappointing about Cyberpunk to me. Can't go in the back. It's just like a floating... What is this? It's like a saw or something.
I'll never come back, you stinking...
Alright, I love this character.
Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your ass till you've toes for teeth. Geralt, in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Stop walking into his soul! Me! Leave him to me! Yeah!
Tried to use the sign. I really am not a huge fan of the fist fighting in this game, but gotta do what's gotta do.
Damn it.
No!
Reminds me of our days of war.
Yeah, almost like we never left Bergen.
Told you this place. I'm pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no
Yeah, Zoltan's
Mahakaman
great.
meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognize her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the wild hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
Yes, Sarah.
A wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. Expecting to come home to a hot like a boar and some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. Have no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Alrighty. So Dandelion's missing.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like... Aha! A note from a grateful muse.
Reading someone else's letters.
My visage red and hot. I plunged into purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar. Your dexterous digits on my soul's yearning chords.
Just reading Dandelion's weird poetry.
This the loot he got from the elves of Dol Blathanna.
Aye. Must have been in a great rush to leave it behind.
Alright, here's what we need.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple
Les
mead.
Beaumontse.
Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Huh. Dandelion and planning? Good one. Besides, anything he wrote here probably had a special system. Chaos only he could ever decipher. Actually,
Yeah, it was wild how fast CD Projekt
Give him a
Red destroyed their own
Not
reputation.
be that bad.
It's like pretty much every major
Seems when
RPG
he
developer
inherited this
like
fine
has destroyed their
establishment,
reputation
came
over
with
the
some
past like
fine
4 or 5 years.
responsibilities. Bookkeeping
BioWare,
among them.
Bethesda, CD
He also made
Projekt
a habit of
Red,
noting down the times of his meetings.
Blizzard.
Official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Ah, here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late. The dog.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... Ah, fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suche?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
All right. Let's see what we got here. So we got Rosavar Atra, Molly, Vespula, Marabella, Elihal. Dandelion's been busy. I gotta go talk to 5 different women. Oh, man. Prolific.
No loitering round here.
Game's still stunningly beautiful for a 2015 game. And some of the foliage and stuff doesn't look quite as detailed, but it's just, I like the overall art style of this game.
I will get you every last copper, with interest. Give me a week, please.
Horson's no banker. He's an honest man. You pay on time, you get protection.
Whoreson.
You don't pay,
Yeah, you're right, Dark
What you
Voice.
hollering for, stupid wench? What are you hoping for? A knight in shining armour?
Close enough.
Hey, Wolfsight.
Keep out of this, Greyhead, not your concern.
Go. Now.
Now listen. You might have 2 swords, but there's 4 of us.
Yeah. 4 men, collecting tribute from 1 washerwoman. Don't think I have much to fear.
Best think again. Me! Leave it to me!
Not Aridin, I want Igni. Got no chance, buddy.
Covered in blood, all of it. So much work for naught.
No need to thank me.
Oh, I haven't played Star Trek yet.
Sorry.
Star Trek Elite Forces.
Don't get me wrong,
I'll have to
I'm
look into that
grateful,
one.
But everything I had, I just lost.
Don't know if you remember. We've met.
I don't... Wait, I know you. You're that witcher I near clobbered with a vase when... Well...
When you kicked Dandelion out. Through the balcony. Actually, he's the reason I'm here. Know where he is?
Probably out whoring. That horse pheasant. That lying scoundrel.
Ouch. What did he do to get your goat?
Same thing as ever. Prize bullshitter came back, saying it was till death do we part this time. And no more than a week passed before I spotted him in Harbourside, strolling with some trollop on his arm.
I should give it another shot, Wolfsight.
All those questions about the washerwomen at the bathhouse.
I mean, it's not for
and
everybody,
this.
but I love The
beat him
Witcher
black
3.
and
I
blue
think it's
and
got
threw him
phenomenal
out on his
story.
ear.
Dandelion ask you about other washerwomen? Not terribly subtle even for him.
Maybe he likes some sudsy.
Maybe. But what did he ask about, exactly?
Oh, this and that, really. What's it like at the bathhouse? Have I got any friends there? What are their working hours? I don't know. Maybe he's looking to hire one for his tavern. Maybe I got all in a huff for no reason.
This woman he was with in the harbor. Who was she?
Claimed she was his niece from Kovir. Ha! Horvir, more likely. Corset so tight her eyes were popping out her head. His too, come to think of it. An artist or a whore. Doesn't much matter as they're one in the same.
Thanks for your help.
Oh my god.
Listen, when I find Dandelion, anything I should tell him?
No. I mean, tell him he's a two-faced snake, but it would be nice if he dropped by.
Said she was his cousin from Corvir. Corvir, more like. Oh god. Yeah, there's definitely less continuity between the 3 games than, say, the Mass Effect trilogy in terms of decisions. But I still love the 3rd one. I mean, I like the first 2 games, but
You a refugee from Velen?
I think The Witcher 3 is a great standalone game, even if you don't play the first 2.
Welcome, welcome. Do come in.
Alright, this guy is a fucking character.
I'm a friend of Dandelion's, looking for Elial.
You've come to the right spot. How might I be of service? Need something shortened? Patch your trousers, darn your socks.
You Elial?
Yes. Now pick your jaw up off the floor.
Sorry, I thought Elial was one of Dandelion's girlfriends.
Oh, so it's that. Wait here.
Well, to each their own,
Any
Wolfsight.
better?
So you're...
Elial.
Did you and Dandelion...
Fucking cross-dresser.
How did you 2 meet?
I met him one night in a tavern. He was blind drunk.
What happened?
What do you think? We spoke.
That's it.
I'm not sure what you're getting at, but I should make one thing clear. Men don't interest me. Told him that as well. Luckily, Dandelion's an open-minded fellow. We had a lovely evening. He became a loyal customer afterwards.
Dandelion visit your shop often?
I tried many times to talk him into a decent doublet. Sadly, he'd only come in to get a button rear-fixed or a hole patched.
When did you last see him?
Some time ago. He brought in one of Zoltan's jerkins, insisted I sew on an extra pocket. Odd as requests go, I had the distinct feeling he'd actually come to talk.
Colin, what do you mean game movies? Did you just watch like someone's playthrough on YouTube or something?
What did you and Dandelion talk about? He asked about anything in particular?
Let me think. Had an ordinary chat, really. Although, indeed, he did keep asking about Kalkstein. If Dandelion and I hadn't laid our cards on the table at the start, I might have suspected he had a history with the alchemist. He spoke like a lovesick beau. In fact, he desperately wished to meet with him.
Kalkstein's in Novigrad? Wouldn't mind seeing him myself.
You're too late, I fear. The witch hunters nabbed him recently, burned him at the stake in Hierarch Square. But as he perished, the goings-on, impressive. Fiery beasts circled his pyre, then rose into the sky and exploded to form letters.
Really? What did they spell?
Radovid sucks flaccid cock.
I know this is none of my business, but why do
I dress up? As a child, I dreamt of becoming a Doppler when I grew up. I became a tailor instead. Discovered clothing. Costumes can express all the complexities of one's personality. I'm a Redanian countess one day, a dockside thug the next. That is true freedom. Have you never thought to become someone else? Even for a moment? Must be horribly boring being a witcher all the time.
I managed to stay interested.
Yeah, I could definitely see that.
Thanks for your help, and nice to meet you.
I can help with much more. If you need new trousers or a vest, you know where to find me.
Sean, what do you think of The Witcher 1 so far? I really enjoyed it. I've played The Witcher 1 start to finish twice. The gameplay's incredibly janky. It was actually, I think it was CD Projekt Red's first game. And they actually used BioWare's engine to build it. So if you play if you play the first Witcher game and you play Dragon Age Origins, you'll notice that like a lot of the color palettes and stuff in the game look the same. You can kind of tell they were built in the same engine. Alrighty, what do we want to do next? I think the Rose of our Atra thing's pretty funny, but yeah, we'll do her first.
Look awfully suspicious to me.
I'm curious to see if they'll revamp Cyberpunk. I feel like its reputation is so far gone at this point. I don't know if people will give it the time of day when they... I mean, every time they patch the game, they seem to break more stuff in it. And who knows what the DLC is going to be like. I mean, I hope the story DLC is good, but I'm curious to see if they'll ever be able to, like, revamp Cyberpunk's reputation. Yeah, the combat system in the first Witcher game is really, really janky. It's like almost like a rhythm game.
Ooh. Novigrad, capital of the world.
I'm a witcher!
You also told me to come next.
I really like Novigrad. It's got so much going on. They really did a good job of like creating this like big medieval metropolis.
What do you want?
Yeah, I kind of agree. I feel like it's
I'm the new cook.
it's going to be really tough for them to turn that around.
Behind you, they your cleavers?
Away with you, vagrant. Pam, pam, param.
Alright, I think I gotta sneak into this place.
Ah, deepest apologies.
Alright. Climb over that.
Fancy men like me, whole town's going on about it. So no point playing hard to get, sugar puss.
It's Lady Varatra to you. And I do.
Sugar puss.
Who are you? Why are you here? Answer this instant or I'll summon the guards.
Sorry to sneak in, miss. I'm Geralt, a friend of the bard Dandelion.
Geralt
Yeah,
of
Velen's
Rivia?
really interesting.
The famed Witcher of the ballads?
One of the best
What are you
story
doing here,
parts of the
vagrant?
game.
How'd you get in? I let no one in the front, my lady. I swear it on the great sun.
Not a word. I'll handle this. Hold your tongue, sir. This is Frederick Francis de Bergerac, my new swordplay instructor, correct? Show him to the training room.
Skellige's
I shall
great
join
too.
him shortly.
But miss, he just claimed to be the cook. He's a cheat, he is.
See, Frederick, did I not warn you not to jest with the guards? They haven't any sense of humor whatever. Now take Master de Bergerac to the training room, quickly.
As you say, miss.
Yeah, I think to some extent, like, I'm
Hope you realise what you've got yourself into.
not entirely
So
surprised that
This
how
lady's got a downright
Cyberpunk
beastly
turned
temper.
out. If you
Shows
think
no
about it,
mercy once she grips a sword.
they made 3 Witcher games, but when they made Cyberpunk, they'd never made a game with cars in it. They'd never made a game with guns in it.
Grab a wooden one. Take care not to hurt the little miss.
But people
Follow
expected
me.
a lot from them because of how good The Witcher 3 was. I think they were not prepared to build all the systems that they wanted to build in those games.
You're my new instructor. Well, well, Papa clearly went out of his way this time. Wood, to start with. I must know your worth.
Maybe the 3rd Cyberpunk will be great, yeah. In like 2045. There's actually some great dialogue here if you let Rosa
Why
kick your
bother with
ass.
2 swords when you can barely handle one?
Come on, come closer.
Just threw his shoulder into her.
Damn it! Well fought.
Sword
You're
practice,
much
he
better
just
than the
kicks her
last
in the
one.
chest.
I'm not actually your swordplay instructor.
Really? Then who are you? And how on earth did you get in?
Yeah, they're building the biggest game they've ever done and building an engine at the same time. I mean, it's just like they flew too
Am I
close to the
imagining
sun.
things? Didn't we just have this conversation in the garden?
The garden? Yes, yes. In the garden. So, what was it you said? Why are you here?
Before I ask, gotta admit, you do pretty well with a sword. One pointer. Don't expose your left flank when you dodge.
Oh, I know. Terrible habit. Can't seem to get rid of it. I'd hoped to find someone in Novigrad who could help me to do so. But don't you dare try to dazzle me with advice. Already admitted you're not here to give me lessons.
Came to ask about your rhetoric tutor, Dandelion.
Rhetoric tutor? Good one. That is why Papa hired him, but not at all what the bard had in mind. He mostly played his lute and sang for us. I believe he thought he was wooing.
Mean he wasn't? But you had some sort of relationship?
If you call him chasing after me a relationship. Even so, there was nothing between us. Seems my sisters had a bit of fun at our expense. But enough chatter. Stand and fight. I demand a rematch.
Rematch? Jeez. Sure, lady?
Shut up and fight.
Well, if you're not an instructor, you should certainly be one. Fancy giving me a few private lessons?
Can't rightly refuse a request from a lady.
What are you two lovebirds whispering about? You asked about my relationship.
Yeah, I think a
with
Witcher 1
Dandelion?
remake would be interesting.
Well, here's the mix-up's mastermind. Edna var Atra, the greatest mischief maker north or south of the
I don't know, I
Yoruba.
just used some random Logitech
So it
mouse.
was you in the garden.
Of course
I don't
it
have
was
like a
me.
fancy gaming mouse.
Why, did Rosa try to play you for a fool? Don't be mad. We've done this since we were children. People have always mistaken us for one another.
Take it Dandelion did too.
On occasion, yes. But then Rosa would quickly set him straight. If you'd shut your catty mouth for a moment, dear little sister, I could explain. Edna sent Dandelion some love letters. She signed mine.
Yeah, they definitely have to revamp some
Conceited
things
as
in the
he
first
is,
Witcher game.
Naturally, he fell for
Particularly
it.
the
I was
gameplay.
left to repel the aging bard's advances. Rosa, I had the best of intentions, you know that. I felt you needed help taking the first step.
Yeah, no problem,
You
SM.
blushed every time he sang a ballad. He'll next sing at your funeral if you don't stop it right now.
Calm down, ladies. No poet's worth two sisters nipping at each other's throats.
Especially not this one.
Listen.
Ah,
I just wanna
KOTOR
know one
remake.
thing.
I heard there was rumors
Either
about
of you
that.
seen Dandelion lately?
Edna
That should be
might have.
interesting.
I certainly have not. My dear sister, I would never spend time alone with a man for whom you burn with a secret passion. Burn with passion? For one who incessantly praises another woman's talents? Afraid I've more sense than that.
Dandelion act any different lately? Notice anything strange?
Strange? Not really. It's no use, Geralt. She's so enamored she'd hardly notice if he turned into a werewolf.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Edna, what? You need
Bang
not
somebody
pretend
and get a
he
card
followed
of them.
convention.
Yeah, I don't...
Remember when you took us to the cemetery?
Not in this climate.
Rhetoric lessons in a cemetery. Unusual even for Dandelion.
We set out to visit the graves of celebrated Oxenford professors. He ended up quizzing us about Margrave Henkel.
Who?
Eccentric old coot. Died recently. He'd apparently been an important and generous patron of the arts as a young man.
I think it's a ground-up remake. It's not BioWare that's working on it either. I think it's a totally different studio.
Bet sophisticated young ladies like you know a bunch about politics.
We've picked up a few things. What would you like to know?
Wonder how the war's going. Any outcome looming?
Papa says much depends on Radovid, and on who captures Novigrad first.
What's Novigrad got to do with it? Free city. Never taken sides. Always stayed out of conflicts.
Oh, even children know Novigrad's home to the world's largest fleet. And they say the city's treasury's bursting with enough to equip 2 armies.
Emperor continuing to push north. Courtiers must be ecstatic.
His confidants must be. But Papa says that's not likely to last much longer.
Why not?
Papa says the war's disrupting trade, and people are tired of financing the Emperor's adventures.
Changing subjects. Who'd Dandelions sing about? Know anything about her?
I believe she's a poetess, or trabaritz. Very skilled and exceptionally talented, of course. But who knows? The bard might have invented her just to make us jealous. Pitiful chorister. I'd say it worked. You've gone all red in the face just talking about it. Your face will be red when I scratch your eyes out.
I should go.
Been a pleasure, but I've got stuff to take care of.
Exceedingly nice to meet you. Please come again. Well, can I expect any more lessons in future?
Awfully convincing, miss. Wonder where you learned it. Name the time and place.
House here, tomorrow. Same time as today.
See you then.
See you, Master Witcher.
How many Star Trek games are there, Wolfsight? You said you just finished the first one, right? Okay, I think... Alright, they did not leave the wooden sword equipped. That's good. These Nilfgaardian armor sets are pretty badass.
Okay, Swix.
Yeah, I can imagine.
What?
All right.
Look! Look!
Only a couple more of Dandelion's ladies to talk to.
I was here last week. Spend all night smashing
The witch hunters have burnt Aramis at the stake.
An abomination.
They will never let you
Still such a beautiful game.
Beg your pardon. Did I hear you correctly? He divined?
This is an odd route it's taking me through.
Some people.
Ah, the school teacher.
Excuse me. I'm looking for Marabella.
I am she. Wait outside. Class is in session.
Sorry, can't wait. Hear about Dandelion. I'm Geralt, and I'm...
Geralt? I know you. Fine. If you're eager to join in the lesson, you're welcome to. Children, sadly the Ratcatcher has a fever today, but in his stead, we're honored to welcome a Witcher, who will now tell us about his trade.
But...
This is grand!
You shan't disappoint them, will you?
Kid's like, nice.
So, who would like to ask the first question?
Me! What's it mean that witches are lecturers?
We've got a huge libido.
It means that due to our mutations, we have an overdeveloped libido.
Libido? When a girl likes a witcher, the witcher says, "What'll you give me for killing a monster?" And she says, "Anything you want." So the witcher says, "Heh heh heh. Then you'll give me something you weren't expecting at all." And that's where little witches come from.
Children, what's the meaning
Oh my
of this?
God.
Next question.
Is it true witches kill kings?
When they deserve it.
A man cursed who's turned into a monster a witcher might have to kill, even if he's a king.
So King Foltest was a monster.
Dominate
What's
with
it like
Axie.
to cut off someone's head? Can you show us how to cut off a head? Can we try your potions?
Enough. That is all for today. Gather your things and I shall see you in the morning.
Yeah!
Bid farewell to Master Geralt.
It's great you came. Oh, I'd have rather had the rat catcher.
Little
so
shits.
Please do tell me, why are you here?
Thanks. That was an ordeal. Think I'd rather face a swarm of neckers than a class of 10-year-olds.
The Ratcatcher had no objections.
Oh yeah? How's he feeling?
He's dead. Bubonic plague, it seems. I didn't want to upset the children. But you wish to speak of Dandelion?
I know you saw Dandelion recently.
Oh yes. Longest afternoon of my life.
He read you his poems.
No. We perused the illustrated guide to fungi.
Maybe... No. Won't even try to guess why he wanted to do that.
Mold. That was his interest. When his hand abandoned my knee to point at a figure of penicillium, I knew the fire between us had died. Permanently.
Yeah, Adrian, do you know if they're going... I mean, I know they just did a teaser trailer, but have they talked about whether they're going to keep it as like a strategy game, like KOTOR, like strategy/action, or if they're going to just go straight action? Because, yeah, I think depending on how they change it, it could get mixed reactions for sure.
I even considered granting him another chance. His heart of hearts is pure gold. He simply needs a bit more discipline in his life.
Yeah, I figured they didn't.
So I thought if it's done, it's done.
See ya.
Thanks for your help. Farewell.
Alright. One left. I think I have a level up too that I haven't used. Alright, let's see what I want to do here. Might do delusion. I'll just take the extra health. See if I have a mutagen. I do. Alright, that's good. Hey, later, Sean. Thanks for dropping in.
Mum says everybody needs as much as not her. I'm going to be a witcher rescue. That's that. Oh, you don't mean to. Show me your sword.
Hey, not like that.
I'm also curious to see what CD Projekt Red's going to continue to do with the Witcher games. Because I know they're going to make another one in the future, but I know at least it seems like they're not going to continue Geralt's story, so I wonder who the next Witcher protagonist is going to be.
This Baronet's La Vallette's villa.
Shouldn't interest you. The Baroness don't mingle with just anyone.
Don't worry. I'm here to see your chambermaid, Molly.
Out of the way. Baroness is riding out. Be gone.
Geralt of Rivia at my doorstep? Surely this is no chance encounter?
Greetings, Baroness. Greetings, General. You're right. I'm here for a reason.
There's no mistaking you. But for etiquette's sake, Mary Louisa La Valette, an Imperial General and a Witcher meet. And know each other.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Yeah, I think so too. Let's hope they don't make a buggy Witcher 4.
Yeah, we had an opportunity to, talk when the Emperor summoned me to Vizima.
Had you run afoul of Var Emrys?
Yeah, I figure Geralt's
You'd be
story's
long
done,
dead,
especially with how Blood and Wine ends.
It seems then.
It's
that
like
you
they
share
really
some
just seem like that
interests.
capped off
But I
his
shan't
story.
question you out of doors. Will you accept my invitation?
But yeah, I do
Tell me
think it would
what
be
brings
interesting if Ciri
Looking
was the
for a
next
girl named
protagonist. That
Molly.
could be interesting.
Heard she works here.
My maidservant. I'm afraid she's currently at the home of my dear friend Patricia Vegelbud.
Perhaps Geralt could accompany us. He could speak with Molly at the races.
Is that something you'd consider, Witcher? Care to partake of some sophisticated diversion?
Well, if
Blank
Molly
slate
will be
character.
On our way then.
That'd be a huge, kind of a huge departure, I guess, for CD Projekt. I mean, I guess V is kind of a blank slate character, but eh. Hey, thanks for the super chat, SMJ. Much appreciated. Yeah, Ciri is very OP, so that would, that would make it difficult to build a story around someone who's as powerful as she is.
We've arrived.
My father owned a similar estate in Bruges. As a young girl, I'd travel there often to ride.
Shall we look at the horses? Do you like horses, Geralt?
I guess so. Called every horse I've had Roach.
The grey mare is Cantarella, sired by Cahir, the champion from Vol.
Gray's a nice color. For horses, too.
My coin's on the black stallion, Nemrod.
Yeah, that'd be
purest
kind of cool, like
Nilfgaardian
a
stock.
shepherd-style character.
Surprised he didn't salute you, General. Seem to know your horses.
No is not the word. Morvran's a true expert.
I find them to be far more honest than men. Must say, I'm curious how you manage in the saddle, Witcher.
Mostly just try to stay in it.
Vesemir prequel,
What would you
that'd
say
be kind of interesting.
to a little race?
Not what I came here for.
Don't
Yeah,
make
like
me
kind of go back
beg,
to the time
Witcher.
period where the Witcher
Tell you
schools
what,
were bigger.
Win, and I shall give you my finest saddle, made in Nilfgaard proper of beautifully tanned leather.
Let's see. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play Dragon Age 2 or not on the channel. I've played it. I
Wouldn't
finished
mind
it.
seeing if your knowledge of horses translates into writing skills.
It's not for me, I
Well
think. Is what
So,
I'll say about
which
Dragon
steed
Age
did you
2.
choose, Witcher?
Let's see. Let's go with Nemrod.
The black's your favorite? Let's see what a Nilfgaardian stallion's made of.
I'll not race. However, I will wager on a winner. The grey mare's my choice.
In that case, I shall try my luck on the Zeracanian Bay. I see no point in delaying this. Let's begin.
Riders, ready!
Don't spare the horse!
Let's go!
Homeboy's smoking me so far.
Speed, the rush of air. Come on, Witcher. Let's see what you're made of. Don't spare the horse. I adore the speed, the rush of air.
I adore the speed. Chill out, bro. Nice.
What a thrill!
Yeah, there's
A
some good
beautiful
characters in
victory.
Dragon Age 2. That's definitely
For one
true.
for whom every horse is a roach, you carry yourself exquisitely in the saddle. My congratulations. That is yours.
Nice.
Now, could I talk to your chambermaid, milady?
Ah, yes, Molly. That is why you came here after all. The portly young woman. That's her.
Speak to her. And you must find us when you're ready to return to Novigrad. We'd be delighted to join you for the journey.
Sick of it.
Yeah, prequels are definitely tricky. It's hard to do them right. I think, like, one of the only prequels that I really enjoyed was Red Dead Redemption 2, because they focused on a different character, so even though you kind of know how certain characters' arcs play out, you didn't necessarily know how Arthur's played out, and you could still get invested in that story. So, Shawshank, no, this is not my first time playing The Witcher. I've done one full playthrough of The Witcher 3, and I've played the first 2 games as well. It's probably the first time I've played this in, this is the first playthrough I've done in about a year, though.
I'm Molly, my lord. Wish to see me?
And I still haven't
Call
seen
me
Nightmare
Geralt.
of the Wolf.
Geralt!
That's the
That
Vesemir
Geralt,
anime, right?
The one Dandelion's rescued time and time again.
Oh, Dandelion.
Mm-hmm. Wouldn't be here if not for Dandelion.
Told me all about your adventures. How he'd ready you for battle with his songs. How he tamed the Karen by playing his lute.
I meant that literally. Dandelion's why I'm here. Came to ask you about him. Know where he might be?
No. Sadly, I haven't got
Yeah,
a
I
clue.
definitely liked all of the
We've not seen each other
sarcastic
in ages.
dialogue
The Baroness
options
don't
in
approve of our
Dragon Age 2.
acquaintance. Says Dandelion's a good-for-nothing layabout. Can you imagine?
Probably more of a twirly boy.
Or maybe his sister could help you. Such a nice girl.
Oh, this woman's so naive. Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
You do realize Dandelion doesn't have a sister.
Sure he does. Saw him himself. Funny, she don't look like him at all. Blonde, for starters. Maybe they've different fathers.
Mm-hmm. Different mothers, too.
Maybe. But you could see he cares for her. Looks after her. The way he carried her packages and...
These packages, any chance they were trunks, travel cases? And this girl, possibly a Truberitz?
Yes. Now I remember. She's
Yeah,
a
it's really
brilliant
tough to beat The Witcher
performer.
3.
Sailed in from Kavir. Talented family, innit?
Exceptionally. And very loving as well, I'm sure.
If you only knew. Dandelion even wrote a poem for her. To my dearest Calinetta. Or some such. Oh, to have a brother like that.
Any chance you remember your last conversation with Dandelion?
Course. He came to borrow some
Yeah, you can
coin
kind of
for a
figure things
barge.
out with
What? Why do you need a
with
barge?
Arthur.
To take me on a romantic cruise of the
Luckily for
canals by
me,
the
when I
light of
played
the
Red Dead
moon.
Redemption 2, I hadn't played the first game, so...
Said there'd be strawberries and that wine with the bubbles, and he'd sing me arias. But I've not seen him since.
Thanks, Molly.
Wait, before you go, I've got a request. Dandelion told me once he'd show me his etchings, but he never did. I'd so like to see them.
Won't be too hard to convince him. He loves showing off those etchings to anyone he can.
Oh, that's wonderful! Thanks, and good luck to you on your search.
She's so delightfully naive. He's just with another woman around her, and he's... he brings another woman around here. Oh yeah, this is my sister. She just buys it.
Sick of it.
Oh, man. I think I can fast travel via this guy. But you know what? Let's take the long
Another
road.
drifter in from Temeria.
Gotta put his new saddle on. Arthur moved to Tahiti. I had a plan! I have a goddamn plan!
Come on, Roach.
He's a mango farmer now.
Have a heart, sir. So, buckwheat millet, they said. It'll pay off, they said.
Another one. Run along home with the rest.
Sir, show some mercy. We've not got nowhere to go. For us, it's Novigrad or death.
That's enough for you lot. Sod off, or I'll have you skewered.
They seem desperate. Let them through. Can't see any harm in it.
Fucking hell. How many times have I got to repeat this? I've orders to turn back anyone who don't show a pass.
Let these people pass.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. We got nowhere to go back to. Novigrad. That's a chance of a new life.
Stay off the roads. Liable to run into another patrol.
Shan't be taken like that again. We'll be as careful as hares in a field bared by winter. But you was cast in a different mould than us. More like the hero that lies in the tomb neath Crookback Hills. Tomb's in a cave in a hillside. Down Warren's at the foot of the hill. Folks say treasure inside's a sight to behold. Huge hoard. Might find something that suits you. Good luck.
Hey, good to know.
Come on.
Where you headed, miss?
Leave me alone. I've shown you my pass.
And maybe you got someone else to show us.
Jesus.
Aye. And as I see it, you could be smuggling something under them skirts.
Touch me and I'll scream so loud they'll hear me in Novigrad.
Jesus.
Lasses love a man in uniform.
Giddy up.
Yeah, the music in The Witcher 3 is phenomenal.
Oh! Fuck. Ooh! Fuck.
So, plum under your eye, who gave you that? Britannia's
Yeah, I mean the gang in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's like it's really what makes this story so amazing. It's like there are a few moments where you're like, I feel like it's all gonna come together, but then it just doesn't.
Scandalous.
That's where you're walking.
A mind's like war. Never know when you're done for.
Stand and fight.
Oh, this fucking guy.
You again? Want some more? Bruises on your ass heel already?
On God, I say. Victory will be mine this time. I've practiced with shield and sword. Many a headless scarecrow round here. Heed my warning and stand and fight!
You run into this guy a few times throughout the game. He is like continually challenges Geralt to a fight.
Duly heated. Now show me what you got.
He's got a big shield this time around. One hit.
Had enough?
Yes, but next time.
Challenge me again. Raise your hand. Draw your sword. Look at me the wrong way. And I'll kill you.
You so sure of that?
Yes.
We shall see.
He's trying to win over some chick by dueling like, I think he said he wanted to duel like 100 or 1,000 men or something like that. And the first one he comes across is Geralt. One-hit wonder, yeah. Next time, buddy, keep at it. You'll be fine. You'll win one of these days.
Novigrad's full of skinflints. Skinflints riding skinflints to skin other skinflints.
All right.
White head like a miller's son.
Oh, is that why he's challenging?
Heathen. How are you keeping, Bobby? Monsieur Zoltan, you old bum? What's this? Have me. Ah, you're back! You met Poppy? She ought to start talking any day now.
Zoltan, venture to say a mage would have trouble turning that owl into a parrot.
Sure you know me that well? Mark my words, she'll be playing Gwent with us in no time. But we were to talk about Dandelion. So, how'd you do? Learn much?
Tell me what you've got first.
A few
Yeah, maybe I'll let him win
torn
next
goblet.
time, see what happens.
Otherwise, no much a note. He wasn't staying with any of them. I've not seen hiding or hair of him in ages. All I learned was a few of Dandelion's pickup lines of dubious worth.
Let's hear him. I'm all ears.
You know how he wooed a lass studying natural history? Asked her about the habits of trolls. You know where he went with the cook from the Passiflora? The Oxenford-Novigrad Road, which is just now being repaired. Made us stare for hours as labourers crushed boulders into cobblestones. Tried to pass it off as a romantic outing. I don't know about human woman, but that would bore a dwarven lass to tears. He's growing old, that poet of ours.
Maybe. Or maybe he did all that for a reason.
Sounds like you found something out.
Women on my list hadn't seen Dandelion in a while. All claimed he had been acting strange. Also mentioned he'd been
I
seeing
feel the
someone
same
else.
way, Bronson.
Thing is,
I'm forgetting a lot of
mystery
the
woman wasn't
random
on my
encounters and
list.
stuff.
What's she supposedly like, this lass?
Blonde.
I have to do a
from
deep
Kovir.
dive on this game.
A Troberits, apparently. Named Kalanetta or something like that.
That makes it clear as crystal. It's Priscilla. Aye. Must be her.
Any of you guys watch X Latalis' channel? He makes like a ton of Witcher 3 videos. Kind of does like the hidden details and random choices and stuff like I do with the Mass Effect ones. But he's been able to make videos about this game for like 6 years.
Who's this Priscilla?
A Troberits, like you said. Quite popular of late. Picks up Dandelion with a pair of
Yeah,
tips.
X Latalis is
General
great.
idea.
Interesting image. So how'd Dandelion handle meeting his female double?
I think he fell in love.
What can I say? Could be he finally met his match.
She's his match, all right. Maybe more. The laddie's head's on fire. Lassie's got him whirling.
All right. Guess we gotta talk to her.
Priscilla works for the Mummers troupe. Reynard and the Foxen. Whenever they're in town,
Yeah,
she
he makes
performs
some other
nightly
stuff
at the
too.
Kingfisher.
He covered
Mean
Mass
we've been
Effect Legendary
sentenced to an
Edition
evening
to
of
some
poetry.
degree.
Must you always? This'll be true poetry, Geralt. You'll see.
Alrighty.
Think I'm in love.
Think I'm in love. Alrighty.
Village are you from?
Let's go. I thought I had a quest to go talk to Triss. Yeah, maybe not.
Willows. It's into my area 2 days road from the
Looking wobbly. It's overripe sheep's feet.
In short, who kisses your ass today will bite it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I did see that one where he, he took, I think he took Ciri to the brothel in one of the flashbacks, and it like merged her body with Geralt's. It's like so crazy.
Now you.
I've been hungry since morning.
What time is it? It's after sundown, I think.
Here already. Come on, let's find some arse rests. Should start soon.
I like the one he posted recently where he beat the final boss of the game with the wooden practice sword. Let's see. Hey, Big Dan, what other game or series has decision-making, world-building, anything like Mass Effect? Witcher's got its own thing going. There's nothing quite like Mass Effect, I would say, especially in terms of like continuity between games. But I would definitely say the Witcher series is worth checking out if you haven't played The Witcher 3 yet, in particular. Yeah, I watched Joseph Anderson's videos too. They were, like particularly really liked his video on The Witcher 2. If you've got, 5 hours to spare. He's been working on that Witcher 3 video for like a year.
For your tender caress to bind our fortunes, damn what the stars are. Rend my heart open, then your love profess, a winding, weaving fate to which we both atone. You flee.
Yeah, this is a great song.
Your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. The wolf I will follow into the storm to find your heart, its passion displaced by our ever-growing, hardening into stone, amidst the cold to hold you in a heated embrace. You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep. I know not if fate would have us live as one, or if by love's blind chance we've been bound. The wish I whispered when it all began, did it forge a love you might never have found? You flee, my dream come the morning, your scent, berries tart, lilac sweet, to dream of raven locks and twisted, stormy, of violet eyes glistening as you weep.
Is that Letho peeking in the window? Ah, King of Beggars, that's right. Another bald guy.
I know him! 'Twas him murdered some Temerian boys back in White Orchard.
Silence, woman.
Be chill. Be chill, lady.
There's a war on. Some die.
Oh, please, argue this out elsewhere.
Squabbles and rows again. And I was told this was a decent establishment.
If I know Geralt, he risked his noggin to save someone else's arse.
Save, you say? He murdered folk.
Don't let him provoke you.
There's the door. Settle this outside.
Come. I wish to listen to music. Music!
Cultural capital of the world? The fuck it is.
Oh, cool. He can end up at Kaer Morhen. That's good to know.
Permits me to introduce this here's Priscilla, known also as Calinetta. As lovely as she is talented. And this?
It's Geralt of Rivia, I know. Dandelion's told me a great deal about you, and I've listened with bated breath. Don't be surprised. After all, doubt I could think of a more fitting subject for a ballad than a witch's love for a sorceress. Or should I say, sorceresses.
Seems Dandelion left nothing out.
Seems Dandelion was meticulous
Triss,
in telling
Yen,
my story, down to personal
maybe a few
and
other
insignificant details.
sorceresses.
Did he offer anything about himself, like where he was going?
Splendid. Very funny, truly. So, see you later. Not here. Come with me.
I think Priscilla is voiced by the same woman who does Sarah in Dragon Age Inquisition.
An excellent one. When last I saw Dandelion, he told me he was planning a heist. Siggy Reuven's vault.
Sheeped up.
And I've not seen him since.
Reuven. What's he like?
Tall, fat, dangerous as hell.
Limp in his gait. Left leg.
Sounds like a lame rock troll.
If trolls were devilishly intelligent and had a flair for crime, yeah, I'd agree.
Dandelion breaking into a vault. I'd sooner expect him to choose a life of celibacy.
True. Forgot to pay for his way into Passaflora once. And laid awake the next 3 nights worrying about it.
Any idea what got into him? You have debts he needed to pay off?
Claimed he was helping someone. Urgent matter that couldn't wait, he said.
This someone, Dandelion mentioned their name?
No. But if I know Dandelion, it's her name he failed to mention. As he failed to mention her slender waist and ample bosom.
Let me guess. Attempted heist was a failure.
Well, he's not driven up in a gilded
Dandelion
carriage
does
laden
not
with
seem like
jewels,
the
so I
person who
think
could pull
so.
off a heist.
I've asked after him everywhere, but it seems an army of tongue-stealing cats has overrun the city. I learned only that he raised a ruckus at Whoreson Jr.'s lair. Then Whoreson's men chased him all over town.
Whoreson Jr. Doesn't ring a bell.
I think Dragon Age is definitely worth a
Not
shot.
literally, but...
Especially,
Got
I
it.
mean, Origins is
You're
such
not
a
a fan.
phenomenal game story-wise.
What did he do to you?
Try the whole town.
Inquisition's really good
He's
too.
one of 4 bosses who control
but
the city's underworld. The others being
Particularly in the
Siggy
first
Reuven,
game, I kind of
Carlo
tolerate
the
the
Cleaver
combat
of
for the
Arrest,
story. I'm not
and the
like
King of
hugely
Beggars.
into it. I've gotten into it over time, but
At least they didn't cross the church
it's
as
definitely
well.
worth trying out to see
Bring
if you
that
like it.
venerable institution into it. We'd be in deep then.
Here I go again, rushing to Dandelion's rescue. He ought to pay me a salary.
Whoever he is, I sincerely doubt he's in the mood for jokes. Nor am I, in fact.
Relax, I'll get him out of this. Gotta talk to this Whoreson first. And Siggy Reuven. Know where I might find them?
I don't know about Whoreson, but Reuven runs a bathhouse. Careful, though. He's a dangerous character.
Yeah, let me know if you like it, Adrian.
I don't doubt it. But Dandelion's not. I beg you to hurry up. Let me know as soon as you learn anything.
Yeah, I guess that makes
Well,
sense. Yeah, he could
bugger
run
all
a
to
distraction while somebody else
Heading back
actually
to the
pulls off the
Rosemary.
heist.
Got Poppy to feed. And then I suppose I'll wait. See if our warbler don't come home on his own. Take care now.
See you later, Zoltan.
Sword swinger too. The King Radical.
Alright. I love all of the overheard banter in these games, like the random NPCs that just say just crazy shit.
Even with the wall off, they still managed to procure.
Alrighty. Time to get connected with Dijkstra, make a little save.
The eternal fire will light our way.
Anybody there? Open up.
What's the fuss? The bankhouse is closed.
Need to talk to the owner. I know he's here.
I'm not sure that matters, as he's terribly busy.
Busy? With what?
Entertaining important guests.
In that case, tell him there's another one at the door. Geralt of Rivia. And I'm not leaving till I see him.
I'm a witcher.
Very well, I shall try. Please wait.
Siguruvin cordially invites you to join him. I'm happy.
It's a terrible name, Happen.
The meeting is in the baths. We will pass through the dressing room so you can leave your clothes.
Let's go.
You may disrobe here. Your equipment will be safe.
That he did.
Splendid. Siguruvin awaits in the next room.
Hey, Whitehead. Nice
You
bum
copy,
you
look,
have.
you got. You were right.
Hey,
She
Whitehead,
doesn't
nice
blush.
bum you have.
Even shove it up the corpse's arse. And then he sent the body back.
He's all like a horse. Clear that you've not seen Reuben.
Commenting on his dick size.
Easy, Cleaver. Orson Jr.'s a dead man. I'll have my scribe send you a notice.
You don't have a scribe. And we'll eliminate Junior when, and only when, all of us say aye. Reuven, your guest.
Why the fuck you let him in here?
Because I want to talk to him. This is Geralt of Rivia.
Good to see you again.
As always, I'm out the swiving loop. Who the fuck are you?
I'm a witcher.
I'm a witcher.
Problems with your plumbing?
Nah, it's under control. Geralt's a friend from the old days. Although...
Got intruders. Someone just snuck inside the bathhouse. Several men.
What the fuck's he on about? Ploughing fortune teller?
Assassins! Please, no! Ah!
Jesus.
Bloody hell. I fucking knew it.
Any weapons tucked away?
Just a few.
All right, boys, let's do this.
With my prick hanging out.
Not the best way to get into a fight, that's for sure. Ooh, I didn't see that guy.
God damn it!
Let's see what I got for signs here.
Got it!
Using like a club. Damn it. Yeah, I like
Good
Yen
work,
better than
gents.
Triss.
Terribly sorry for that incident. My security failed.
I
I'll
like
get to
the Ice
bottom of
Queen
who,
type of
why, and
chicks.
how.
They were whoreson scum. That's the bottom of who and how right there.
Don't start that again. Especially not in front of our guest.
Who pranced in right before they attacked. Coincidence? Why do I doubt it?
Let's give him a chance to explain.
I'm looking for Horson Jr.
Interesting.
What do you want with him?
It's personal.
Geralt takes his privacy very seriously. Spying on him, having him followed, was a bloody nightmare.
Still, he was lots more trusting when he was looking for Marigold.
Gentlemen, you out of your fucking minds? A chat session? Horson's out to get us, and he'll succeed eventually. We've got to kill him first. So by all means, you sit here, soak, fart, and watch the bubbles rise, while I send my boys to Horson's hidey holes. They'll make some noise, flush the bugger out. And you,
See, Liara or
Geriatric,
Tally.
or whatever your ploughing name is,
I go back
wanna
and forth
find
between those
Horson?
two.
Find me first.
Probably lean a little bit more to Liara, but let's see.
I need to find Horson. Now looks like I gotta get to him before Cleaver does.
Cleaver won't find him easy. Junior's good at hiding. He's got peasant smarts.
Look at the time. Good luck.
Yeah,
in your
Shawnee's a
search,
good option
Witcher.
too.
I'll call on you tomorrow, Francis. We'll finish our chat.
So how about we get dressed?
Sure. Then we'll talk. In private. Right mess that was. Never thought I'd be glad to see the man responsible for my taking frequent baths.
If you're any cleaner for it, gotta say it was worth breaking your ankle.
It healed poorly. Can you believe it? I must soak it in hot water at least 6 times a day now. Failing that,
I love the
it
banter
bloody
between
pounds
these
like
two.
the bells of Beauclair at
Because they're
dawn.
not friends.
I had my reasons. Your leg would be fine if you hadn't gotten in my way.
I see. Well, I promise you that if I could go back in time, I'd do things quite differently on Thanedd. For example, I'd have my men kill you instead of just tying you up.
Listen, Reuven. No, Dijkstra. Just not in the mood for your code names, passwords, and other bullshit. I'm here on specific business. If you want to listen, listen. If not, I'd rather you spared me your wit and threw me out now.
What's the harm? Talk.
Think Cleaver will find Horson?
He might not. But he'll burn down half the city trying. What waste. Leave him to it, I say. Work alone.
Any ideas?
Junior's got areas of the city where he's strong. Penetrate them, look around. But be discreet. None of this speed and fury and swinging your steel cock about.
Pretty clear you and Bedlam don't want a war with Junior. Why?
Let me tell you what I told King Vizimir time and time again. War doesn't solve any problems. It breeds trouble. Trouble you then have to solve by other means. Make no mistake.
Good point.
Someone's behind Horson's actions. I'll not end him until I know who.
Your partner's aware of your past? They know you're Sigismund Dijkstra, former head of Redanian intelligence?
Cleaver, Bedlam and Junior. Well, I'd call them my partners if we'd built a mill to grind flour for the folk of nearby hamlets. But we just need to stay out of each other's ways, agree from time to time. That doesn't make us partners. Do they know who I am? Was. Bedlam, sure. The others most
Yeah, I
likely
agree. It has
suspect,
great banter.
But we just don't talk about it.
Thanks, Lance.
No need to.
So they like Tally, who don't really like the Corians like they made the Geth. Yeah, the Corians definitely, they made some mistakes. They definitely made some mistakes.
Makes sense to ask around, I guess. Junior might be in hiding, but he's got to be collecting income. Couldn't afford to cut himself off.
Gambling. That's his big earner. Junior controls the largest casino in town. I'll never forget. Hierarch Hemmelfart raised all kinds of hallowed hell there once. Bug a bet and lost his ruby ring. Then there's the arena in the city's bowels. Betting scheme generates near as much as the casino. They're always looking for hired muscle there. Suppose you could always search Horson's house. Though I doubt you'll find him there. Maybe some clue, though.
Where's Junior's casino?
Near the Temple Watch Towers. Horson's got nought to do with the casino officially, so careful what you say. Try not to arouse any suspicions.
Arena sounds promising. Where's that?
Sewers beneath Gildorf, but you'll have to enter through the bits, endure the stench of poverty on the way. Now, Junior loves a good fight. Wager he'd give a lot to see a real Witcher in action.
Mentioned
Hey, I'm
Horson's
glad you're
got a
jumping back
house.
into The Witcher.
Where is it?
Solid townhouse on Temple Isle, just on the other side of
Great
the bridge.
franchise.
Wouldn't wager me knickers on finding him there. Junior's not that stupid.
See if I can't find Horson at the casino or the arena. Might talk to Cleaver as well, though.
Do what you will. Just be cautious. Horson's expecting payback, I've no doubt.
Thanks for your help, Dijkstra.
Just go, Witcher. And if you can't find the slimy bastard, come and see me. I know him well. Might figure something out.
You in contact with Radovid?
See, you're as witty as ever. No, I'm not in contact with him. I prefer it remain that way.
Never quite forgave you for conspiring with Philippa Eilhart?
Radovid doesn't forgive. Not anything. Not anyone. And especially not the sorceress of the lodge.
Philippa Eilhart. Had any news?
Just good.
Meaning?
After Radovid popped her eyes out, she disappeared without a trace. If I've any luck, she's finally eating dirt.
Thought you two were close.
We were, until Philippa sent assassins after me.
Yeah, that's a rough way to end a relationship.
From master spy to master criminal. Interesting progression.
Why? Truth be told, they're awfully similar. Both about maintaining a net of informers, being tough in negotiations, bribing officials, the occasional assassination. Same old shit.
Yeah, except you used to do that in the name of some ideal. And now?
Now I've decided I've slaved enough for ideals. It's time I worked for myself.
Get that money.
It's been going rather well.
Listen, Dandelion's missing. Any idea what might have happened to him?
Same thing that happens to anyone who steps on Junior's toes.
Meaning?
He's surrounded by splendid virgins who ply him with sparkling wine and pastries stuffed with nightingales' tongues. Come, Geralt, what do you think's happened to him? I reckon he's at the bottom of the Pontar, trussed up with the strings of his own mandolin.
Loot.
Far as I'm concerned, he might as well be rotting down there with a goddamn trombone.
You wouldn't happen to have a bone to pick with Dandelion, would you?
Course I do.
You serious?
Dead serious. Dandelion published a sonnet recently. Second stanza, the shit uses paired couplets instead of an inserted rhyme. Surely you understand how deeply offended the poetry lover in me was. The bastard shan't get away with it.
I was being serious.
As am I when I say I have exactly no time to worry about your gigolo boyfriend. Got my own problems. Problems you might be able to help me with. And if you did, why then I might be inclined to ask after Dandelion, establish what happened to him.
Ah, favor for a favor.
I'll get paid on top of that, right?
Nothing for free, eh? Did you bargain this hard when Emma wanted to hire you?
Who told you?
What do you mean, who? Emma
They really are. These guys have
I could
amazing
never reveal
banter.
my sources to you or anyone else. It would be fucking unprofessional. But we've chatted enough. Yeah, I'll pay you. Count on it. So, can I count on you?
Maybe I can help. What do you need?
I'd rather show than tell. Picture's worth 1,000 words and all that tripe. Ah, and you do realise, if you say anything about what you see here to anyone, it'll mean a razor between your ribs.
Figured as much.
Excellent. One last request. Oh, let's call it what it is. A command. Don't draw your sword unless I ask you to.
Alrighty.
Be so kind as to follow me.
Alright, I think before I go down the rabbit hole of Siggy's lost treasure, if it even lets me save, there we go. So, I think I'm going to wrap this stream up right here. I just want to say thank you all for watching. I've got a Witcher 3 video coming out tomorrow morning, if you want to check that out. And I will be back streaming next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday again at 7 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, guys, we'll leave it there. And until next time, this has been Big Dan. I should go.